I continue my Saga campaign in the Old Forest, part 1.1. I'm using the same heroes as I used in the last quest, except I'm adding Miner of the Iron Hills to each deck to get rid of some sleepy condition attachments, and some defense for the Hobbit deck. Here's the Burn Boudin I earned in the last quest. Shuffle those into the deck. There's a boon I can earn in this quest. Attach that to Frodo. Now, each deck draws 6 cards. It's readying and resources. I'm going to keep this deck. The Hobbit decks, threat reduction. Sentinel. I'm going to keep this deck. Now we go to 1A. Remove Old Man Willow and with Windle, decide out of play. Search the deck for 2 different locations and add them to the staging area. I've chosen Wall of Trees and Deep Gully. Now we switch to 1B. When revealed, each player draws a card. Peace and Thought. And Unexpected Courage. Now we advance to a random 2A. Dark Bad Place. At the end of the planning phase, each player must exhaust a hero. Each hero gets a resource. Draw a card. Legacy Blade. I'm going to play that into Mary. Play Gather Information. Play a Resourceful onto Frodo. I'll play a Fast Hitch onto Mary. Play a Fast Hitch onto Fatty. Then I'm going to play a Resourceful onto Fatty. I'll go over to the Hobbit deck. Get a Staff. Levithron. We're going to reduce our threat by 4 with the Shire Folk. Now we're going to play the Dunedain Signal onto Fatty. Now we're going to use Frodo's ability to give Sam a resource. Then we're going to play the Staff of Levithron onto Fatty. Now we're going to the end of the planning phase. I'm going to exhaust Fast Hitch on Mary and put the Fast Hitch on Fatty for the 2 heroes I need to exhaust. Now we're going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're going to go to Gather Information. Card number 1. Impressive Forest. And card number 2. Long Trailer. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to, so that I quested for 6. 4 goes onto the wall of trees, and 2 goes on to gather information. Now I'm going to quest it successfully, so I go to a different random 2A. I do that before I travel. Shifting trees. I got to discard a random location from the victory display at the end of the round. Now I travel to the oppressive forest. We're going to the end of the round. Raise each player's threat by 1. Each hero gets a resource. Draw a card. Hobbit Cloak. Play the Hobbit Cloak onto Fatty, so he's now beefed up. Two extra defense. And then I'm going to play Frodo's Intuition. I get to draw 4 cards. Oh, I got Rosie, another gather information, more card draw. I'm going to play other gather information. And each of my heroes get a resource for Frodo's Intuition. Willpower. I'll go over to the victory display deck. Halfling Bounder. I'm going to play Master of the Forage. Reveal the top 5 and get an attachment. I'm going to get another resourceful. Now go into the quest phase. I had to discard this at the end of the round. So I'm going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm going to go to the gather information that is undamaged. I mean, it has no progress. Card number 1, Long Trailer. I'm going to use Fatty's one-time ability to put him in the victory display. Raise my threat by 4. Put this on to show that I've used this ability. Army of Flies, gain Surge. Strange Woods, characters can't be healed while it's in the victory display. So that added a total of 3. So there's 7 in the victory display. It's 17, so I quest successfully by 10. That clears the oppressive forest and gather information. And we quested successfully, so I have to go to a different random 2A. Dark, bad place. At the end of the planning phase, we each need to exhaust a hero. And since I explored an active location, the long trailer makes an attack against the first player. I have Sentinel, so I can block with Fatty. And this is shadow card is removed because he's got greater threat. And no damage. I'm going to travel to the strange woods. No, I'm going to travel to the deep gully. More victory points. And the end of the round, raise each player's threat by 1. Each hero gets a resource. And I draw a card. Hobbit deck gets a card that is a proxy for the Frodo's intuition. And now we're going to play that, and we get to draw 3 cards. More card draw. I'm going to play the Halfling Bounder. Then I'm going to exhaust the Master of the Forge and search the top 5 cards of my deck for an attachment. A whiff. Now we go over to the Hobbit deck. Draw a card, Fireside Song. We're going to use Frodo's ability to give Sam an extra resource and play Rosie. Now at the end of the planning phase, we need to exhaust a hero. And I'm going to quest for 4 because he gets an extra resource because there's one side quest in the victory display. So that's 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 18. And there is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the staging area. Card number 1, Grasping Root. Card number 2, Strange Woods. So adds a total of 6 to the staging area. That's 12. So I quest successfully by 6. I was going to the other gather information. So I quest successfully. I clear the dark gully and I gather information. And now I go to a random 2A. Choked with Brambles. At the end of the round, I have to remove all progress from each location in play. And I clear the active location, so the long trailer makes an immediate attack. I'm going to block with Fatty. And no damage. Now I'm going to travel to the Strange Woods. And we get search our deck for a card. I'm going to get a sword thane. And in the victory display deck, I'm going to get a legacy blade. Now we're going to go to the next round. Raise each player's threat by 1. Give each hero a resource. And we draw a card. Song of Wisdom. Now we're going to play a Sword Thane onto Rosie to make her a hero. Now we're going to put a Fireside Song into Rosie. She gets +1 willpower for each song attachment. We give her the Song of Wisdom. Now we're going to play Frodo's Intuition. We can draw 5 cards. Nice resource. And Shirefolk. I'm going to play the Shirefolk and reduce threat by 4. Then I'm going to use Frodo's ability and give Merry resource. And I'll go over to the Victory Displays deck. Draw Keena's Lances. I'm going to play a Legacy Blade onto Merry. I'm going to play another Legacy Blade on Merry. That's all I'm going to do here. Now I'm going to exhaust Master of the Forest and search the top 5 cards on my deck for a attachment. Scroll of Isildur. Another Legacy Blade on Merry. I accidentally put it on Merry. It should have gone on Sam. Now I'm going to go questing. I'm going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Well, I'm just going to go with 19. And the staging area has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. First card is Falling Branches. So each player has to remove a character and deal 2 damage to it if it's a hero and 3 if it's an ally. I'm going to remove Sam. And actually, I'm just going to cancel that with the Halfling Bounder. Card number 2 is Deep Gully. So we added 2 spreads. So now it's got a total of 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to 19. So I quest successfully at 8. That clears the Strange Woods. With the victory display, the total up to 5. Halfway there. And we go to a new stage 2A. Shifting Trees. At the end of the round, you got to discard a random location from the victory display. And after location was explored, so the long trailer makes immediate attack. I'm going to block with Fatty because he has Sentinel and removes the shadow card. Oh, bummer. No damage. I'm going to travel to the Deep Gully. At the end of the round, we have to discard a random location from the staging area. Strange Woods. Dropping the victory display total to 4. Now each player raises their spread by 1. And I'm going to play a Peace and Thought with the Hobbit deck, exhausting Fast Hitch on Mary and Pippin. Draw 5 cards. Out of the Wild, Double Back, Arwen, Miner of the Iron Hills, and Warden. Healing for healing. I'll draw a card. Each player gets a hero gets a resource. I'm going to search the top 5 cards in my deck for attachment. A whiff. I'm going to play Halfling Bounder. Scroll of Isildur. Then I'm going to play a Frodo's Intuition, using it as a proxy for a card. And I get to draw 3 cards. Messenger's Advice, the Evening Star, and a Buckland Sheriff. I'm going to play Messenger's Advice and draw 3 cards. Halfling Bounder, Gildor's Consul, and a King's Lances. We'll play another halfling bounder. Over the Hobbit deck, draw a card, Northern Tracker. We're still in secrecy. I have to pay for the Peace and Thought that I played earlier. I'm going to play an Out of the Wild. Still in secrecy, so it only costs 1. And I'm going to get rid of that Song of Sleep. I'm going to put Arwen and use Frodo's one-time ability for each round for a resource and give that to Mary. I'm going to play Double Back. I'm going to play a Steward of Gondor and make Rosie the Steward. Give her 2 resources. And then I'm going to play the Red Book of Westmarch. Attach that to Pippin. All Hobbit characters get +1 willpower. Now I'm going to be going to Double Back. And we're going to quest for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and the staging area, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to go to Double Back. First card is the Falling Branches. I'm going to discard Halfling Bounder to cancel that. So it lowers my threat down to 19. My willpower down to 19. Card number 2. A Lost and Witless. When revealed, discard all progress from each location in the staging area. If there's a non-unique active location, randomly choose a location in the staging area and switch it with the active location. There is. I gain Surge. Another Deep Gully. So we have a total of 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we quested successfully by 9. Enough to clear Strength Woods and Double Back. Lower each player's threat by 5. And Mary gets 2 more attack. And we quested successfully, so we go to a new stage 2A. Deep Bad Places. Got to exhaust a hero at the end of the planning phase. And we cleared an active location, so the long trailer makes an immediate attack. I'm going to block with Fatty, remove the shadow, and no damage. I travel to the deep gully. And go to the next round. Raise each player's threat by 1. Each hero gets a resource. And Pippin gets an extra one for questing successfully. Now we draw a card. Frodo's Intuition. I'm going to play Frodo's Intuition and draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to play a Fast Hitch onto Rosie. And she gets 2 extra resources for the Swordsane. I mean, for the Steward. Then I'm going to play Hennis. And I'm going to spend 2 resources to play Fellowship of the Ring. Each hero gets additional willpower. And all my heroes have an additional willpower for Frodo's Intuition. I'm going to play a Fireside Song under Rosie. Oh, she already has one. Take that back. I'm going to play an Unexpected Courage onto Rosie. And I'm going to use Frodo's ability with the rings. Going over to the Victory Display deck. Draw a card. I'm going to exhaust Master of the Forge. This looks at the top 5 cards of my deck for attachment. Whip. I'm going to play Keena's Lances. There's 3 cards in the victory display that have no victory points, so this is going to cost me 2. And I'm going to lower my threat by 4. Then I'm going to play another Keena's Lances and lower my threat by 4 more. Then I'm going to play a Resourceful onto Fatty. Now we each have to exhaust a hero. Exhaust Mary for the Hobbit deck, and Falco for the Victory Display deck. Now we're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And then Rosie for 34. Now the staging area has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First card, Lost and Witless. I got to discard all progress from each location in the staging area. And if there's a non-unique active location, I randomly switch it with the location in the staging area. Well, there is, so you switch them, they're both the same. I gain Surge. Misleading Path, Surge. Oppressive Forest. While Oppressive Forest is in the staging area, each player cannot play more than one card each round. Now, last card, Army of Flies, Surge. Grasping Root. So, that's a lot. Mary's going to use her ability to exhaust to reduce its threat by 3. And we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 in the staging area. And we quested for 34. So that's enough to clear the Deep Gully, raising the victory points up to 7. And we quested successfully, so we get to search the top 5 cards of our deck for an attachment. Song of Travel. Pippin gets an extra resource. We go to new random stage 2A. Choked with Brambles. We have 2 locations in the stage, more than 2 locations in the staging area. And at the end of the round, we remove all progress from each location in the state in play. And we explore the active location, so the long trailer makes an immediate attack. Block it with Fatty. And no damage. Now we have to travel to the Misleading Path. But I'm actually going to play. No, I can't play it. And now we go to the next round. Raise each player's threat by 1. Each hero gets a resource. Now we draw a card. Evening Star Pendant. I'm gonna search the top 5 cards in my deck for an attachment. No attachments. Whiff. Hobbit deck. A Rosie. I'm not going to play anything because I can only play 1 card a round. Go to the quest phase. And a quest with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. And there are a total of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14 in the staging area. Card number 1, Wall of Trees. Card number 2, Gildor and Glorian. Engages the first player. So he added 2 to the staging area. That brings it up to 16. So we quested successfully by 16. So that clears the misleading path. I'm going to play Leave No Trace and send it to the victory display. It also clears the Wall of Trees. So we quested successfully. So we get to search the top 5 cards for an attachment. We got the Fellowship of the Ring. Go to a new random 2A. Closing it around them. Reveal 1 extra card per round during the resource phase, during the questing phase. And we go up to 9 in the victory display. And we cleared out a actual location, so we Long Trailer makes an immediate attack on Blockless Fatty. No shadow. No damage. I'm going to travel to the Oppressive Forest. Go to the next round. Raise each player's threat by 1. Mary gets a resource for questing successfully. Each hero gets a resource. Okay, I'll draw a card. Song of Battle. Now I can afraid of it. play more than one card around. I'm going to play the Song of Battle onto Rosie for another resource. Giving her enough willpower. Now I'm going to play a Song of Travel onto Rosie. I'm going to play a Northern Tracker. I'm going to play Keena's Lances and draw 3 cards. I'll play another Keena's Lances, draw 3 more cards. Play the Calabrian Stone onto Rosie. Then I'm going to play a Fast Hitch onto Fatty. Play the Scout Ahead. Give Rosie a Song of Hope. I'm going to play another Keen's Lances and draw 3 cards. And I'm going to play a Fast Hitch. I'm going to put that on the put another one onto Fatty. I'll go over to the victory display, draw a card, Keena's Lances. I'm going to play Keena's Lances and draw 3 cards. I'm going to put down the Buckland Sheriff. I have to get rid of resource to keep Gildor in play. Now we go into the questing phase. I'm going to play Gildor's Consul. So I'm going to reveal 1 less card. I'm going to quest for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, 26, 30, 36, 38, and reveal 1 less card. Ending and Falling. Doom 2. At the end of the phase, rage each player's threat by X, where X is the number of enemies in the staging area. I'm going to discard the Halfling Bounder to cancel that effect. But we still get the Doom 2. Now second card, misleading pass. I'm going to play the doors closed. That discards that and cancels the surge. There's a total of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I was going towards the scout ahead. So we clear the impressive forest and the scout ahead. But first we makes immediate attack because we clear that location. This is discarded. Pippin gets a resource. You get to search the top 5 cards of the deck for an attachment. Gonna get the Hobbit Cloak. Now we go to 3A. We need to add Old Man Willow and with Wendell to the staging area. And each other player reveals an encounter card. Doom 2. At the end of the phase, raise each player's threat by X, where X is the number of enemies in the staging area. The Hobbit deck is going to cancel that with a Test of Will. So we still get to Doom 2. Now we do the scout ahead. I search the top 6 cards of the deck. We're going to get rid of the Song of Sleep. Now Old Man Will is going to make 2 attacks. We're going to put this. And we're going to travel. See how much attack can I do? I can attack for 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to travel to the West Wendell. And I forgot to put progress on the locations in the staging area. It's not going to matter. So I'm going to block with Fatty, Old Man Willow, and he's blocking for 3. I'm going to give Rosie's benefit, so he takes no damage. No, I'm not going to give it Rosie's benefit to him. He's just going to take 2 damage. And then I discard a random location from the staging area. I raise my threat by 2. And then I'm going to block the Halfling Bounder. He's destroyed. So is the Fellowship's Ring is discarded. And then we have to discard a random card. Leading pass, so I don't raise my threat at all. And now I get to attack for 7, 8, 9. Use Rosie's ability. 19. 20. And that's enough to put 16 progress on the Old Man Willow. Threat damage. Lose all the willpower from losing the Fellowship of the Ring. Now we go to the next round. Raise each player's threat by 1. Each hero gets a resource. Gets 1 for questing successfully. Now we draw a card. Door is closed. We're going to play two for Froze Intuition. We get to draw 3 cards. Now we're going to play this. Let's see. We're going to play Evening Star. There should be 1 more progress on this from the Northern Tracker. Now let's go over to the Hobbit deck, draw a card. And we are going to play Gaffer. Now we're going to go to the staging area, or questing. So we're going to quest for 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 48. And we're going to play Scroll of a Citadel and play Gildor's Consul. That goes to the bottom of my deck. Then we're going to play another Gildor's Consul. And now it's rolling and revealing 1 resources round, and the Deep Gully is explored. So we're revealing that Peril, choose a location in the victory display and return it to the staging area. I'm going to choose a Deep Gully. So there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 in the staging area. So I quested successfully by 30. That clears the Wiswindle and puts more than 18 progress on the Wicked Willow. So that's a win. And now the resolution is there at least 12 damage on the Old Man Willow. I have earned the boon Old Bogey Stories. So I would say the MVPs in that game were Rosie and the Dunedain Signal. Take that back. I'm going to say the Fast Hitch. And now, that was a good game. The final score was one deck had 18. And the victory display at 20, so that's 38. Plus 80 is 118 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 107 minus 3 more, so 104. So I'll see you in the Barrow Downs.